Maybe that's good. Who knows? Someone's in here already. Oh my god, that is not a good freaking camera angle. I don't know how I even thought that was remotely good. Baseball Ben, what's going on? God, bro. Let's see. Let's move it up a little bit more. See how this looks. It's a little bit better. It's not that bad. I don't know. I'm trying to keep my phone like away directly from my wall because I feel like every time my phone is directly at my wall, it always lags out, dude. But Baseball Ben, what's going on? Big D, so Joel? Joel, what's up? Knew it. Say Big G. Big. I can't talk. Big D, but it's Joel. I knew that, Joel. I knew that. What's going on, everyone? What is everybody's scent of the day? Today, I'm doing a layering combo I just kind of randomly thought of. I call it peaches and pineapple. Just came up with this randomly. I'm just like chilling at my house, so I'm not going out. I'm not doing anything today. But it's Maison Alhambra Bright Peach, which is a clone of Tom Ford Bitter Peach, mixed with Lattafa Caid Alforsan. Caid Alforsan, often looked at as an Aventus clone. Now, all the other Aventus clones I've smelt have never been like this focused on pineapple. Some of the Aventus clones I've tried don't even have any pineapple in it. They use just a random citrus. Definitely like a much more juicy sweet take on the Aventus DNA if you are going to say it's a clone of Aventus, but you mix it together, it's nice. It's kind of a more tropical sweet fragrance. I would assume it's probably this would be a better combo for like the high heat if I'm gonna go swimming, if I'm gonna be outside, something like that. But still a pretty good combo, and glad I could play around and experiment with these fragrances. What are my thoughts on R2B2 AI? So I haven't tried any R2B2 fragrances. I can tell you my thoughts I can tell you my thoughts of R2B2 fragrances, even though I've never tried them. I think like the idea of them are super cool. I like the bottles for sure. I really like the atomizers. I've heard from some people like the fragrances aren't the best, but I would like to try some for myself. So from just like looking at them, they look really good. Mason Alhambra Lux Nightlife. What does it smell like? Clone of New York Nights. Ooh, I don't like New York Nights. I haven't tried New York Nights directly, but I had a Game of Spades Moon, and I really didn't like that one at all. This is the layering combo I posted about. Yes, this is my fragrance of the day today. Got those same spray from Marshalls. Hey, well, if you have them, you should try these. Try these layered together. Creed Black Bottle. If you're talking about the Black Bottle of Creed, you're talking Absolute Ventus, which I've never tried it, but I've tried like clones of it. It seems really good. But that Lattafa. Caid Alforsan, great. Rayhan Lion. What does Rayhan Lion smell like? Isn't Lion, if I'm not mistaken, Lion is the Ultramall clone and Tiger is Halfeti. Or it's just specifically Tiger Cal Cologne Edition is Halfeti. But I know one of them is Ultramall, one of them is Halfeti, if I'm not mistaken. Brown Bottle, Lattafa. If you're talking, are you saying like this one, but the brown one, the new Untamed? It's got extra dose for Christmas. What do you think about it? What do you think about it? I smelt it and I think it's good. I think my issue with the Born in Roma DNA is like there are so many lavender and vanilla DNAs out there, and I would easily reach for any Jean Paul Gaultier La Male, even the original La Male, even La Male Parfum. If you guys are fans of my channel, you know I'm not the biggest fan of that fragrance. I would reach for a bottle of La Male Parfum way before I would reach for any Valentino that does have that lavender vanilla combo. Like the original Valentino, it's like or at least the original Valentino Born in Roma, that's like a nice mineral fresh sort of fragrance. I would get that one in a heartbeat. But like Born in Roma, intense, I don't really like. Coral Fantasy, I don't really get a lot of vanilla, so I don't really count that one as like the lavender vanilla one. It's more of like an apple spice one. But I don't think the Born in Roma line is bad, but it's overused. But I think my favorite out of that lavender vanilla line would definitely be Extra Dose. Kamarikawa. Kamarikawa was great. I don't have it on the table, but it's right here. Lattafa Kamarikawa, yeah, beautiful fragrance. I owned a bottle, and I wore it for a while. It was pretty good. It had like just came out, and then I traded it for a small bottle of Stronger With You Intensely, and I like never wore it intensely. So I ended up selling that, and I ended up getting another bottle of Kamarikawa. It's good. It's definitely an occasional fragrance for me. It's not something I'm going to be wearing every day, but sometimes I wake up and I'm like, dude, Kamarikawa, I really want to wear it right now. Smell a little bit of myself. EDP and Azar most wanted. Ben, you were saying that. I don't know. I personally don't see it. I know I've heard a lot of people saying that most wanted parfum or like eau de parfum smells like grapes to them, which is just always interesting. It's interesting to see how people's nose perceive different scents. All right, we have 16 fragrances. We're going to get onto the fragrance battles here in a second. I just ask if you guys have not, please drop a sub. Please like up the live. Speaking of Kamarikawa, when I hit 5K, I will be doing a Lattafa Kamarikawa giveaway. So if you want to be eligible to be entered, make sure to drop a like and drop a sub. And then, of course, when I hit 5K, you could have a chance at winning this fragrance. And it's not this bottle. It's a brand new bottle I will be sending directly to you. So drop a sub, drop a like. We're going to catch up on the comments, and we'll start with the fragrance battles. Extra Dose is the best board aroma. I think EDT is the best, honestly. Then Extra Dose would be number 2. No, Coral Fantasy number 2, Extra Dose number 3. Kind of regret trading my Coral Fantasy. Coral Fantasy is nice. It's really, really nice. Harmane, All Harmane, good brand. Well, Amber Oud, no, All Harmane, yeah, the brand, and then Amber Oud is a great line. Shartok, I don't know if I said, Sartok, I think I said that right. What's going on, man? Can I have mod? So, official Leo, I know I have some people that are mod. I don't like making people mod just like straight off the bat. So if you do come into the lives pretty consistently and you're chill, yeah, you could probably be a mod. It's All Harmane. Why is it not letting him put All Harmane in the chat, dude? That's so weird. Is ombre leather a head turner? I would say for the older crowd, for sure. I don't think in the younger crowd it's really going to turn heads, but if you're 30 and up and you want to impress a girl, throw on ombre leather. My recommendation, ombre leather parfum. Okay, listen, I'm a guy, I'm 17 years old. I don't like leather. I really, really do not like leather. One of my least favorite notes, ombre leather parfum. That is a great fragrance, and it has a sharp ton of leather in it. But it's kind of more of a leathery, kind of slightly floral vibe. So try that one. I would say ombre leather parfum, good head turner. But again, it's more of a mature fragrance line. But if you like the ombre leathers and you're older, get it. I think it could turn heads. But if you're 16 years old, I don't really think you should be wearing it, you know? Amon, what's going on? Hey, the ladies love it. They do. They do. Wait, what? Are you saying the All Harmane or ombre leather? Because I know older women, the more mature crowd of women love ombre leather. And All Harmane, women like All Harmane as well. What Mancera would you recommend? Go Mancera Instant Crush, Joel. So, first of all, you can get a pretty good deal on it. I paid like $70 for this 4-ounce tester. Came with a cap, luckily. It didn't have a box or like the little bag, but I could care less. But like, it's fruity, it's floral, it's strong, it's loud, it's super good. And it's unique. It's like, it's still mass appealing, but because it has that Baccarat Rouge DNA, it's still pretty unique. Tiki Taki, what's going on? Thank you for making that video for me yesterday. Is Effing Fabulous good? It's very good. I really enjoy it. Perfume notes are subjective. I like bold fragrances. And exactly, in the end, you know, take everything I say with a grain of salt because it's my opinion, right? That's a beautiful thing within fragrances. I could say, oh, I love or I hate leather fragrances. You know, I think they're the worst fragrances. And Sartok can say, I love leathery fragrances. I love bold fragrances. And, you know, that's it. You know, you don't have to disagree. I hate when people try to, like, disagree with, like, fragrances and stuff. Because, like, it's all just opinions. They're like, no, this one's so good, you're lying. And it's like, if someone doesn't like something, they just don't enjoy it, you know? Just picked up Kadlash Titan and Assad Elixir. Dude, Assad Elixir is so good. I really, really enjoy it. What are you thinking about it? And Happy New Year to you as well. More epic randomness is I've never tried Dahab. I'm on. Bella Vita, how'd you pay 70? No, it was Joma Shop actually. Bella Vita, Bright Peach, a good clone of Bitter Peach. I think it's a really, really good clone of Bitter Peach, yes. Everyone's opinions matter except for Micah. Exactly. Sorry, bottle on your left. This one is Mason Alhambra Bright Peach, and this is a clone of Tom Ford's Bitter Peach. If you want, you can take a screenshot, and then you can, like, put it into Google, and it should show you what this is. But this is Mason Alhambra Bright Peach. If you're talking... Oh, it's mirrored. It looks weird. This is my left. This is on my left in real life, but I see what you mean. It's mirrored. This one here, it looks like it's on my left, but it's on my right. This is Lattafa Caid Al Farsan. This is a nice kind of pineapple-y fragrance. You get a lot of woods. I keep forgetting that it's mirrored because I'm like, oh, my left. Here's my left, but it looks like it's my right to you. Masada Elixir is very good. It's very, very good. It's a great fragrance. I think the worst experience you had was wearing Profondo this summer. This guy was like, you who's wearing Nautica Voyage. Like I could shove Nautica Voyage up his bum. Can you tell a citrus fragrance and a sweet fragrance? Sure, I'm going to recommend this citrus fragrance. It's not too expensive. This is Lattafa Caid Al Farsan. You get a lot of pineapple. You get some saffron. You get some woods. There's an oud note. Don't be afraid. It just kind of smells like woods. Get a little bit of saffron. Really, really good fragrance here. So here's a good citrusy fragrance. I'm wearing it today. It's a good fragrance. And then a good sweet fragrance. I mean, how can you not talk about this one when you talk about a sweet fragrance? Jean Paul Gaultier Ultramalt. A lot of lavender, vanilla, some wood, some green notes. Great fragrance right there. What should we use in winters? In winters, use what you want, right? Traditionally, you're going to want to use slightly warmer fragrances. Vanilla, amber, a lot of wood, some tobacco, some spices. Those are going to be fragrances where if you really do want to be smelt in the winter, wear those. But at the same time, you know, if you want to wear something just like Versace's Dylan Blue, something nice, fresh, and clean, you know, you can do that as well. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I know some people are like, oh my god, you're wearing Bad Boy Cobalt in the winter. Yeah, I'm wearing Cobalt in the winter, dude. It's a sweet blue fragrance. Of course I'm gonna be wearing it. In the end, wear what you want. Wear what you think smells good and wear what you think is gonna do good in the weather. But traditionally, spices, some vanilla, a lot of stuff like that. Stronger with the OG versus the flankers. I think the original is the best. It's my favorite fragrance of all time. Most wanted parfum. I would recommend the Eau de Parfum Intense over all of them. Bleu de Chanel, I think it's okay, but you can definitely get better fragrances. Don't get Bleu de Chanel, get Bad Boy Cobalt, get Rasasi Hawass Ice, get YSL Myself over it. Shut up. Why you barking like a dog nonstop? Bro, what's the point of that comment even? Bois Imperial. I've never tried Bois Imperial. I've heard a decent amount about it though. Giant, it's so cheap. Sick OG, never even heard of that one at all. Bro, I have stronger. Oh no, hold on. I already read that. I'm dumb. Bro, stronger with you, OG, flankers, which one? I'd say get the OG, it's the best. Dior Sauvage, it's good, but get the Elixir, that's the best one. Thoughts, you really want to wear a fragrance in the summer and the winter? Like, a good one for that, I have two that I think do really well in the cool weather. First of all, as I was saying, Cobalt, because there's a truffle note in there and you get like a kind of powdery side. But then also Paris Corner Maj Moscow Mule. This fragrance, like, it has a minty vibe. It has like a gingery, citrusy vibe. But it has, I swear to God, it has this like icy note in it. It doesn't have an icy note. It doesn't have aldehydes or anything like that. But it smells like an iced drink. So it just has like this cooling effect. It when it picks up in the cool weather, it smells phenomenal. All right, I need to freaking... Oh my god, I'm not going to catch up on comments. Dude, I need to just start a fragrance battle. All right, we have Kadlaj Island Dreams going up against Aqua Dubai. I will catch up on comments. Do not worry. I'm just going to start this fragrance battle. Explain the fragrances and catch up on comments. Let's see, where am I going to put this? Here it's not that bad. Here it's kind of out of my way. So we have Kadlaj Island Dreams going up against All Haramain's Aqua Dubai. Kadlaj Island Dreams, this is a clone of Louis Vuitton Symphony. With this fragrance, you get an ambroxan note, you get a grapefruit note, you get a ginger note. Really, really good fragrance. A little bit of musk, if I'm not mistaken. A simple note breakdown. To me, it smells like a fizzy white Monster, like the white sugar-free grapefruit Monster. Straight up, kind of smells like how that tastes in the opening. Super fizzy, super refreshing. Really good fragrance. This is an X-Ray de Parfum. And then Aqua Dubai, this is a clone of Louis Vuitton's Imagination. With this fragrance, you don't really get the tea vibe from Imagination, but it does kind of expand on that fruity vibe. It still smells pretty close to like Imagination and Full House. It's just with Full House, to my nose, I get a little bit more tea, a little bit more of a powdery vibe. With this fragrance, when you look in the note breakdown, you still get like a lot of citrus, citron, some ambroxan. But you get like a pineapple note, so kind of a slightly expanded fruity vibe, but still a lot more of a clean, soapy fragrance. This is an X straight as well. We're gonna end it here because that was a pretty good one right there. 64%. So Aqua Dubai won. That was surprising. I was thinking Island Dreams was gonna win because a lot of people have been talking about that one. I'm going to put up another fragrance battle real quick. I'm trying to catch up on comments. I may not be able to catch up on comments, though. So you guys can comment your question again if I don't catch up, but give me a second. So we're going to start this off with Hugo Boss, the scent Magnetic. With this fragrance, you get a couple notes. You get Brawn, which is kind of like an oudie note. Why can I not spell magnetic? Oh, because I'm spelling, I'm dumb. You get Maninka, which is a fruit, like a kind of tropical fruit. You get Brawn, and you get Vanilla Absolute. Really, really good fragrance. And then here, Armani Code Eau de Parfum. I'm trying to type and talk, and I can just not do this. Armani Code Eau de Parfum. Old reformulation right here. With this fragrance, you get an iris note, you get a lot of powder, you get some vanilla. It just smells like the original Armani Code, but with a lot of citrus in there. And the thing I like about this one is the citrus actually like sticks around. It's not like, oh, it's Armani Code on the dry down and it's just a little bit of citrus in the opening, but you get a lot of citrus in here with a nice warm Armani Code DNA. And then Hugo Boss Scent Magnetic, kind of more of a warm, flirty, boozy scent. All right, let's try to catch up on comments here. Okay, read those. Views on Dior Sauvage, already read that. La Nuit de l'Homme, it's a good line, but I don't think it's that good anymore. Never really messed with Cahiers d'Alforsan. It's too similar to BR540. I don't see that at all personally. 9 p.m. worth it? No. Go Ram Silver if you want a clone, but my recommendation, save up and get Ultramall. Best winter fragrance, Stronger With You EDT is a great one, and I really love that one. 1 Million Elixir is good as well. Cheap and good Middle Eastern fragrance. For year-round use, Cahiers d'Alforsan. For winter use, go Calmer Cabo. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to catch up on comments. Some of these people might be gone, but I'm still trying to catch them on comments. Best winter frag. Damn, you seem so passionate about perfumes. I am. Thank you. Bulgarian Man in Black. I've never tried it, so yeah. Bruh, I already read that. Chanel Allure Homme, Eau Extreme, and Sport are both great. And the Allure Blanche is amazing. That's my favorite one right there. Great knowledge about perfumes. Please make a video on how we compare perfumes. If you want a layering video, yeah, I could for sure do a layering video. I don't know if I made anything about layering, but I could probably do a layering video for you for sure. Maybe not like the next video upload, but one of these next uploads, I could do something layering. I could also do a short as well. Nitro Red's still worth it. I've never tried the original one, but the Intense is great. It's so good. I would recommend that one. What do you think of Cool Water? Get one of the different ones. It's not that good. It's good, but if you're like 30 and above. Imagination is awesome. Smells so much like lemon. Yeah, it's great. Oh, Blue. Tell us which perfumes are great to pair with each other. So, Ultramall and Sauvage Elixir, that's a good layering combo. Ultramall and Rasasi Hawass, that's interestingly a good layering combo. Lattafa Fakar Black, Rasasi Hawass Ice, good layering combo. Why'd you remove that? I didn't remove that. Recommend perfume. Can use for every time. If we're talking about the spamming, like that was kind of overboard. That dude was spamming. You like starting with you parfum? It's not bad. Could have any fragrance spawn in my room right now? Any fragrance? I'd probably want like if I could have any fragrance just spawn in my room right now. Any fragrance. Probably. I'd probably want a real bottle of imagination. Like I love that DNA. No. I'd want the big refillable Dior X Baccarat. This big Sauvage elixir. You like absolutely? It's good as well. Subscribe to your channel. Help you make more videos on layer. I will make some videos. Thank you. Uh, oh, the other guy. Gotcha. Hey man, how you doing? I'm good. How about you, Ethan? Do you like Side Effect? Never tried Side Effect. I want to try some. Hey, Ben, you have a nice night. So here, code Eau de Parfum 178% to 22%. That was interesting. I was kind of not expecting that one. Because Armani Code Eau de Parfum is discontinued, which that always kind of made me think there wasn't a whole lot of interest in it. But obviously there is a decent amount of interest in it. You know, it beat Hugo Boss the Scent Magnetic, which a lot of people really enjoy. That was like a super hyped up fragrance for a while, and I randomly found it in my Ross, and of course it's the newer bottle, like post reform, or I don't even think it's a reformulation, but like different bottle. Well, I didn't even show you different bottle, but $50 for 100 ml, and it smells great. Hey Joel, have a good night. Atomic, what's going on? How's your day going, bro? And what is everyone's scent of the day if y'all have not? Have you tried the real authentic oud? What is oud? A lot of people seem obsessed with oud. I've not tried real oud. I've tried some like cheaper ouds, some synthetic ouds, but not like a whole lot, and not a lot of them came across as oud. Oud, it's like this wood that like you burn it and then you let it like the tree makes a resin to heal itself, then you burn it again, and the tree makes a resin to heal itself, and you burn it again, and then you get like this concentrated oil, and that's what oud is. With this fragrance battle, we have Paco Rabanne's 1 Million Elixir going up against Prada Black. With 1 Million Elixir, with this fragrance, you get a fir note, like balsam fir, something like that. You get rose, you get Divana, you get a green apple note, if I'm not mistaken, but it could just be a red apple note, something like that. But vanilla absolute as well, super nice, kind of borderline gourmand fragrance. It's not too gourmand, it's not too sweet, but it's definitely sweeter than your, average sort of fragrance there. And this is, is this my favorite 1 million? I don't know. It's the only 1 million I have, but I really like Parfum and I really like Royal. Parfum, Royal, and Elixir are kind of tied, 1, 2, and 3. They're all kind of replaceable. They're great fragrances. And then with Prada Black, with this fragrance, you get some powdery notes, you get some peppery notes in the opening, you get an amber note. There's no vanilla, but if you've ever smelled this fragrance, you know that this fragrance is like a sexy vanilla amber bomb. Both of these fragrances are truly amazing vanilla fragrances. They can grab attention in the cool weather. And I would say these two, if you do want to pull them out in the warmer weather, you could for sure pull them out. If you have Prada Black, I highly recommend pull this one out in the warm weather. I'm not saying the high heat, but if you have a day where it's like 75, if it's anywhere from like 60 to 80 degrees and it's a nice sunny day, pull this out because it'll project super nicely. And it still is kind of a warmer vanilla scent, but it comes across kind of like a powdery pancake sort of smell. That's how I like to explain this one. Prada Black slander will not be tolerated. Exactly. You guys, if you guys hate this fragrance, leave the live now. What do you think about 9 p.m.? I don't think it's good. Get Ram Silver if you want to clone a 9 p.m. and or if you want to clone Ultramall, but I'd say save up and get Ultramall. Tom Ford Noir Extreme. I'd like to try it. YSL myself today. Bro knows ball. Shout out Mr. Lee for wearing YSL myself. Great fragrance there. Dior Homme Cologne. Great fragrance. Atomic. Is it hot where you're at right now? Because that's a high heat fragrance right there. All right, we're gonna end this here. My family is just being kidnapped by ninjas. Need money for karate lessons. Dude, oh my god. Dude, I seen that video. It's so funny. Oh, you need to help me. My family's just being kidnapped by ninjas. I need money for karate lessons. I've not tried. I'm assuming. Wait, are you saying Attar like the actual oil? No. Paco Rabanne is great. Millionaire. Yeah, 1 million line, great, and a lot of people know it. Yo-Yoma, what's going on? Prada Black, I already read that. How can you have so many? Well, I've been collecting since like 2022, so I've been collecting for a while. I've never tried anything from Diptyque. Ban you if you don't vote for Prada Black. 1 million regular is fire. Been smelling it since 19. Still smells amazing on my nose. Yeah, the original 1 million is still great. Like, there's gonna be no world where 1 million is bad. And one thing I really do appreciate about the 1 million DNA is they definitely did make it a DNA that is timeless. You know, I don't think we're gonna see the 1 million DNA go out of time anytime soon. But 1 million elixir won 55% to 45%. I am comfortable. Big shout out to Tiki Taki for remembering that, dude. Dude, looking back at it, since I've been on YouTube for 2 years at this point, like, there has been so much funny shit and random shit happen to me on lives. There was the dude who was like, Dylan Blue smells like cat piss. I like it. Like, what? The first live with Brian, if you guys were there for that, you know how wild that live was. Barry Boy sprayed his eye. Like, there's a lot of stuff, dude. And it's just crazy because it doesn't feel like I've been doing YouTube for that long. And since I've been enjoying what I've been doing and all my videos and shorts and everything like that has just all been out of like pure fun, like, it doesn't feel like I've been doing this for 2 years at this point. But yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, I don't even know. No, I just like the smell. I'm in Minnesota. Oh, gotcha. Why are you in Minnesota? You going to the Leering Center? Dolce & Gabbana, the one's the best. The one is good. What are fragrances you got eyes on to get? Well, I have two coming in the mail. Can't tell y'all what they are, though, but they're kind of some cheaper pickups. Roof 10, 15 Wave Child looks good, and either X-Straight looks really good. Yo, Mike, it's me, Roberto Sigma. What's going on, Roberto Sigma? It's been so long, Roberto. How have you been, dude? I live here. Oh, gotcha. Woohoo. Yeah. Woohoo, Yoma. Roberto, it has been a really, like, it's been a long time. How have you been? Unless I'm just tweaking and you've been in here, like, more recently and I just don't remember you being in here. Bro, let me type, man. All right, we got Dylan Blue. This is a good matchup here. We got Dylan Blue going up against Bad Boy Cobalt. Perfect right here. All right, so we have Versace's Dylan Blue right here. With Dylan Blue, you get grapefruit, you get Ambroxan, you get some amber, you get some watery notes. Really a beautiful kind of thick blue shower gel sort of fragrance. Some people say, you know, oh, this is only good for the younger crowd, and I don't wear this one nearly as much as I used to, but when I was in my freshman year, I wore this one a bunch, and when I smell it, it reminds me of my freshman year. So I kind of get what people say by, like, it is more of a youthful fragrance, but it's still something I like pulling out every so often. It smells great layered with Suspiro Vibrato. And Carolina Herrera's Bad Boy Cobalt. With this fragrance, you get plum, you get truffle, you get some powdery notes. Super good, like, powdery sweet blue fragrance right here. You really can't go wrong with it. It's more sweeter than Dylan Blue, but Dylan Blue does kind of have, like, they're both clean smells, but Dylan Blue is definitely more out of, like, a clean out of the shower type of smell. Different blue fragrances here for sure. I would say Cobalt's a little more of a seductive blue fragrance, if that makes a lot of sense. Tom Ford Vanilla Tobacco fragrance can justify $400 on such a small bottle. I'm sure you could find some clones of it. And also, make sure you look on discounters to see if any discounters have it. You can call me Gloria. Okay, I'll try to remember that, Gloria. Does the first smell like Polo Blue? Reminds me of the bottle. If you're saying this one, no, because Polo Blue to me is kind of more of like a woodsy citrus. This one, you don't really have like a real woodsy smell. It's more of like a synthetic ambery smell. I don't think there's like any woods in here. Maybe a little bit of vetiver or something like that, but I wouldn't say so. Luminous Ghost. I've heard of it. I've never personally tried it, though, unfortunately. All right, so let's see. We got Dylan Blue winning 71 to 29%. I'm going to fix this fragrance matchup right here because this is just going to make the matchup a little bit better here. I switched. We were going to... Oh, God, my freaking shorts are high. We were going to have Armani Code Eau de Parfum going up against All Heart Main's Aqua, and then Dylan Blue going up against 1 Million Elixir. So I switched it. It's Dylan Blue going up against Aqua Dubai, and 1 Million Elixir going up against Code Eau de Parfum. I figured that just made a little bit more sense and would make the fragrance battles maybe go a little bit easier, but yeah. First half round done. Wow, Micah is tall. I'm like 6'2". I'm not like tall, but I'm decently tall. Tried looking at clones, but clone fragrance world is such a shady market. I wouldn't say it's really a shady market. Now, the shady part would be people selling counterfeit bottles, but as a whole, you know, I don't think clones are bad. If you have like an idea that clones are like just ripping off these fragrance brands and stuff, like, yeah, granted they kind of are with the scents, but also, you know, these fragrance brands are making a fragrance for $5, selling it for $200, and these smaller brands are making practically the same thing. They all the ingredients come from like 3 places. You know, like they just replicate it and they sell it for a lot cheaper to make it so it is, you know, mass produced, mass affordable. But I don't know. I would say like stick if you do want to look into some clone fragrances, stick to like I think Amazon is good if you buy stuff that's shipped and sold by Amazon or like the actual store themselves or like the actual brand themselves, or like Joma Shop or Fragrance Net and stuff like that. They will have actual legit stuff. Good Virgin Island Water clone. So I'm not sure if I have tried a Virgin Island Water clone. I have Coconut Lagoon. Some people say it smells like Virgin Island Water. Some people say it doesn't smell like it. So maybe that would be a good clone, but it's a good like coconutty sort of fragrance for sure. Who expected that? I feel like a lot of people always kind of like think I'm short because like normally when you do see me, if I'm standing up, like I have the camera like right up to my face so it doesn't seem like I'm tall. But if I have, you know, like this is like a, I don't know, I don't know how tall this is, but you know, this is like a normal sized desk. If I can like stand up in comparison to like this, you know, the like, I don't even know what I'm saying. So, I guess sometimes I just don't look as tall as I look, as I am. Naxos is so nice. The honey. Naxos is nice. Now, I haven't tried it, but I've tried to cleanse it. Mike, you're buying me Naxos? No! Mike, to be honest, I lose interest in fragrance talk, been caught up in school and sports, but now I'm back. I mean, that's fair. And you would be surprised. I've had a lot of people be like, you know, not like they won't be in my lives for 3 months and they'll come back and they're like, I kind of got out of fragrances, but I'm back in them now. Some people just fall out of interest, and yeah, luckily I've never fallen out of interest. I love fragrances and I'm passionate about what I do, right? So right here we have Yves Saint Laurent's Myself Eau de Parfum. I need to clean off this bottle. It's a dirty looking bottle. We have Yves Saint Laurent's Myself Eau de Parfum. With this fragrance, you have bergamot, Calabrian bergamot, Tunisian orange blossom. I want to say it's like Tunisian mandarin blossom, Tunisian orange blossom, something like that. And Brofix and patchouli. Super nice, clean laundry sort of scent, clean linen sort of scent right there. Going up against Prada Paradigm. You get a lot of woods. You get like some like resinous notes, like you get I don't know, some fur if I'm not mistaken. You get some like balsam something, I don't know, some weird kind of like resiny notes, but it just smells like powdery, clean, masculine. Kind of a hard fragrance to describe. I don't know why I was struggling so hard. I lose interest like every other month, to be honest. Take Taki. No, you don't. Stop lying to yourself. All right, here we have YSL Myself, 57% to 44. No, I'm dumb. 43%. How did I not do that freaking math in my head, dude? I thought I was a super genius. Oh my god. Ooh, all right, here we got a battle of some tropical fragrances right here. Tropical niche fragrances. Here we have City Rhythms, Redline. Come on. Let me type. Sometimes it doesn't like to register that I'm trying to type. Here we have City Rhythms, Redline 2654 going up against Zaharoff's Sun-Kissed Island. Here we have a available niche fragrance in City Rhythm Redline 2654 with a now recently discontinued fragrance in Zaharoff's Sunkissed Island. So, first of all, let me take a drink of water, y'all. My voice is starting to go. It's not starting to go, but it... But it's, I don't know. I've been talking too much, guys. Here we have City Rhythm Redline 2654 with this fragrance, right? You get a coconut note, you get a rum note, you get a lot of citrus, you get a vanilla note. Super, super good fragrance here. You get, you know, a lot of tropical notes, you get a lot of boozy notes, a lot of kind of floral sweet notes. But then there's this note, I don't know if it's a combination of notes or a combination of accords, but something smells like a Blue Jolly Rancher. It's like a boozy coconut, you know, rummy sort of scent. You get an ambergris note in here. You get a sea salt note in here. You get a lime note in here. Like, it's a boozy tropical fragrance, and then like a mixed with a Blue Jolly Rancher or something like that. And then Zaharoff Sunkissed Island. This is a collaboration with TLTG Reviews. If you know who he is, he's a pretty big fragrance YouTuber. This fragrance, though, right, you get a pure jungle essence note. You get a red seaweed note. You get lime. You get ginger. You get a tequila accord. You get a coconut milk note. You get a skin musk note. You get... I'm just going to grab... I'm gonna read this right here because I have it up. Top notes: red seaweed, pure jungle essence, ginger, cardamom, lime, and mint. Middle notes of, I guess I should just put it right there. Middle notes of tequila cord, jasmine sambac, rose de grace, and ylang ylang. And base notes of blonde woods, coconut milk, skin musk, and amber. So this is like, it starts off sunscreeny, you know, kind of like a light, boozy sunscreen sort of scent. And as this one does start to dry down, you get this like boozy, musky sort of coconut milk vibe. I like that instead of just a normal coconut note, you get a coconut milk note. But two tropical niche fragrances here. Redline took the sweep though here. I was really not expecting that. I'm not expecting that one at all. Yeah, here we go. Aiden just commented on my video. Aiden, what's going on? Going to buy cologne, total budget's $150. What should you get? For $150. Aiden, I don't know. I'm going to go off on a whim. Get Ultramall. Get Ultramall. It's so good. Yo, got Cowgirl boots yesterday. There you go, Alexa. Alexa, I saw your comment. I totally forgot to read it. For Christmas, I'm not going to wear these things every day, but they're not the normal Timberlands, but I got a pair of Timberland Pros. If you guys have seen some pictures of Kanye, he wears these in a different colorway, but I don't know. I saw them, I kind of liked them, so I ended up getting those for Christmas. They look good with like my baggy camo, freaking camo jeans. Not one soul voted for Zaharoff, bro. I'm so confused. Nice, I got you. All right, here we go. We got Jean Paul Gaultier Ultramall. Come on. Ultramall going up against Mancera's Instant Crush. Maybe Ultramall has a little bit of a disadvantage because it's a niche fragrance versus a designer fragrance. But still, Ultramall gets a lot of hype. With Ultramall, you have lavender, vanilla, you get some woods, you get some green notes. Really, really good fragrance here. You get a nice pear note in here as well. Nice, more youthful fragrance, but nice kind of youthful partying, clubbing sort of fragrance. Really, really strong as well. And then Mancera Red Tobacco. Mancera's Instant Crush. You have some florals, you have some fruity notes, you get some amber, you get some vanilla if I'm not mistaken, some rose, some sugar cubes, or like some sort of sugar note, something like that. Really, really good fragrance. Great longevity, great projection, right? I said good longevity, good projection. With this one, great longevity, great projection. Both of these fragrances are good. But hold on. Also to finish, Aiden, I would say get Ultra Mall, right? That's about $100. And get Rasasi Hawas Ice. Yes, they're freaking hyped up TikTok fragrances. Sure, say what you want to say, but they get me a lot of compliments. And Ultramall, that's a good fall, winter, spring sort of fragrance. And Hawas Ice is just a good year-round scent. And they both get me really good compliments. Here, Ultramall won 60% to freaking 40%. All right. This is the last matchup we got here. Rasasi Hawas Ice versus Bears Corner Maj Moscow Mule. Let's see. Come on. Hawas Ice versus Moscow Mule. I cannot spell ice, dude. Moscow Mule. Perfect. All right, Rasasi Hawas Ice. With this fragrance, you get a plum note, you get an apple note, you get a minty note, you get some woods, maybe a little bit of amber. This fragrance smells like Rasasi Hawas, a little bit more clean, a little bit more refined, a little bit more mature, I suppose you could say. A crisp green apple, crisp green apple. That you kind of get in here. And the green apple and plum kind of gives it this grapey sort of smell, if that makes a lot of sense. Maj Moscow Mule. This fragrance, someone was asking for like a visual pick. This smells like a Moscow Mule. I think that's the easiest way to describe it. A Moscow Mule is a drink. But this fragrance, you have a ginger note, you have a green apple note, you have some woods, if I'm not mistaken. There has to be like a vodka note or tequila or something in here because it straight up smells icy. Tiki Taki says, no way we're voting Hawas Ice over Moscow Mule. I mean, they're both really good, but y'all cannot sleep on, you guys cannot be sleeping on Moscow Mule. I will let you guys freaking sleep on it for this live, but you guys need to stop sleeping on Moscow Mule. I expect everyone to order this if you have not tried it already. It's like a ginger ale. I wouldn't say like a ginger ale. Moscow Mule is with gin. Gin is not ginger ale at all. Ginger ale is a like gingery soda. Gin is an alcohol. A Moscow Mule would be like, it's this like herbal kind of, I don't know. I don't drink. I'm only 17, but it's this like minty drink, like this minty, gingery kind of spicy drink. I like vodka. It has something in it, but it's not. I mean, I don't know. I suppose if you said like a super icy ginger ale, maybe, but I just don't want anyone to like buy this expecting a ginger ale or something like that. Like if you want a ginger ale, go Sospiro Vibrato. That's much more ginger ale. Accidentally voted. God dang it, Alexa! How dare you? What do you think of Paradise Garden? Ooh, Ada, my bad. Paradise Garden. So I don't have the real thing, Paradise Garden, but I do have. Let me put this up real quick. Hawas Ice won. What the frick? Hawas Ice won 62% to 38%. Did Instant Crush not win? Did Ultramall win? Okay, Ultramall won. So I don't have the real Paradise Garden. However, I do have a really good clone of it. This is Rasasi Hawas Tropical, and I think the easiest way to describe this fragrance, it's a heavier Paradise Garden. It's heavier on that tonka. It's heavier on that mint. It's heavier on that fig. Like, it's just a denser Paradise Garden. Hawas Ice is really hyped. It is really hyped. It is really hyped, and I do think it is hyped for a good reason. Like, I think the original Hawas was hyped for a good reason, I think Hawas Tropical was hyped for a good reason. Now, I will not speak on the releases I haven't tried. Rasasi Hawas is great. Hawas Ice is great. Hawas Tropical is great. Hawas Elixir is great. I don't have a full bottle of that, but I have a little sample of it. I think that they're good fragrances. Yes, they do have a lot of hype, but I do think that they are worth it. Will, what's going on? Be right back in 10:15. You are totally good. Got Hawas Ice for $10, and it's an original. Well, damn, there you go, dude. $10 for a really good, versatile fragrance. And then the beautiful thing with that, when you look at it at a 10 to reapply, you're like, oh, this is, I don't know, one spray, so, you know, something ridiculously cheap like that, and it's already a cheaper fragrance. But dude, $10, that's a great pickup right there. All right, we have Aqua Dubai going up against Versace's Dylan Blue. Here we go. Is it close to Invictus EDT? Because I love that one. So Versace Hawass is close to Invictus. It's a little more like a thicker Invictus, like a heavier Invictus. Hawass Ice is like, imagine Invictus if it had more of like a grapey sort of sweetness and a little bit of mint. If you want more like Invictus, just go Versace Hawass. If you want more of kind of like a modern redone Invictus, get Hawass Ice. But they're both great and they smell like Invictus. In UAE, we get fragrances a lot cheaper than you guys. Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Well, because also, you know, we have to, you know, the prices of getting them over here to the States does affect it. I've seen a lot of people talking like, oh, yeah, you know, these fragrances that are $80 here in the States, you know, that are a Middle Eastern fragrance, they're $20 and they're at like these random stores. And I feel so jealous, you know. I got 9 p.m. and know it's cheap, but it's actually really good. I don't think it's like the worst fragrance, but I think that Ram Silver is a better clone. But I don't think it's bad. GSXC rubbing it in our face. Yeah, dude, he is. How dare you? Like when you hold your arms up to the phone like that. Thank you, Tiki Taki. I did not even put these fragrances up. I need to freaking talk about them, dude. And Yayoma, I'm gonna be honest, I already forgot what your name was. I'm sorry about that. Tiki Taki is just playing. He's been on my channel for a long time. Yayoma got Kamerkawa for $8. Damn, dude. Here we have Versace's Dylan Blue. You have grapefruit. You get some Ambroxan. You get some synthetic notes, right? Grapefruit and Ambroxan, a little bit of amber, some watery notes. Super nice fragrance here, right? It's kind of a synthetic, clean, out of the shower sort of scent. You can't go wrong with it. All Haramain's Aqua Dubai. This is a clone of Louis Vuitton's Imagination, right? With this fragrance, you still get that very citrusy, clean, easy wear sort of vibe. When you smell the Louis Vuitton Imagination DNA, it just smells clean, right? You smell refreshing, you smell clean, you smell like you are ready to go out in your day and do whatever you are. I think that's the appealing thing with that DNA, right? You smell put together. I know so many people will sit here and they'll talk about, no, a guy doesn't need fragrances. If a guy has a good outfit and a good attitude, that's all he needs. Bro, sometimes, right, you put on a fragrance and it completes it, right? It makes you seem more like a gentleman. It completes your outfit. It'll make you feel better. And that Imagination DNA is just so good as, like, you know, if I'm feeling even a little bit down and I just want something that is like, that will just lift my spirits a little bit, that Imagination DNA will do it for me. What's my go-to from the 9 p.m. line? I don't have any from the 9 p.m. line. So I've tried 9 a.m. dive and I've tried 9 p.m. I would rather have 9 a.m. dive over 9 p.m. So yeah, Dylan Blue smells like laundry. Dylan Blue, I mean, I think it's more like a fresh out of the shower vibe, but I could see it being a fresh laundry vibe for sure. Yeah, we need fragrances. Exactly. Completes our personality. Exactly. And I don't know. It's like so many people are thinking, like, I can't tell you how many comments I've gotten where people are like, oh my God, guys, this guy thinks that the fragrances are going to make women like him. Even though, like, it never makes sense because, like, I've had a girlfriend for 3 years, but I always get comments and stuff like that. And it's like, I'm not wearing fragrances because I just want people to like I want attention from people, right? I'm trying to like grab girls' attention or anything. It just completes the outfit, and I enjoy the science behind it as well. That was a big thing for me. Let's see. Dylan Blue won 70% to 30%. It actually does work exactly. Dylan Blue is your go-to Dom Reach fragrance, preferred over Bleu de Chanel. I agree. I think it's because the incense, you know, it does have an incense note. I always forget to talk about that because it does have this kind of resinous, like resiny oily sort of vibe to it, if that makes a whole lot of sense. And y'all, please make sure to drop a sub and drop a like if you guys have not already. When I hit that's facing the right way. When I hit 5K, I will be sending someone a brand new bottle of Lattafa's Kamarikawa. Here we have Paca Rabanne. I don't want to type that in the top. Here we have Paca Rabanne's 1 million elixir going up against Code Eau de Parfum. So Armani versus Paca Rabanne. They've been, trying to outsell each other in freaking fragrance stores like Dillard's and everything. For a while, these DNAs have gone head to head to be the best selling DNAs respectively. Armani Code Eau de Parfum with this fragrance, right? You get that iris, kind of lavender, shaving cream sort of vibe. But then here you get a lot of citrus as well. So if you smelled the Eau de Toilette, it smells like the EDT with a whole lot of citrus in there. And what I do like is the citrus actually lasts. It's not like it just sits there for a minute and then goes away. Also, Zuckerberg, I saw a comment you put on my video. I don't know if Zuckerberg is in here, but you just put a comment saying no sound. That video, you say there's no sound. Are you watching it on headphones? Because for whatever reason, when people have been watching it on headphones, it'll either only play through one or they'll have no sound. I have no clue why, but from my understanding, it works fine if it's just on phone, like coming out of your phone volume. If you're in here, tell me. I don't know. I just saw that he left a comment. And then here we have Paca Rabanne's 1 million elixir. With this fragrance, right, you get a rose note, you get a Divana note, an apple note, vanilla absolute. Both of these fragrances here are absolutely great, but Paca Rabanne's 1 million elixir is just a little bit better, at least to you guys. So 1 million elixir, 83% to 17%. Was not expecting that. I love Kirk. I've never tried Kirk before. Not tried Hawas Black. I think it's really hype. Never encountered anyone wearing it. Gotcha. Bro, think you gonna get bitches? If women is smelly, the men are turned off, so obviously the opposite is true. Exactly. Dang, these two are hard to pick. Gotta be a million. They're both great, though. Liquid Braun, think I'm gonna let it macerate. I didn't like Liquid Braun, honestly. I did not like it at all. We need to do a live. Maybe TikTok, maybe. Do you have 50 subscribers yet or no? Could you please wait? I'll smell my code EDP. Oh, my bad. I didn't see your comment. I ended up finishing it. Didn't reach, but I prefer code. I love Iris. Yeah, it's great. It's great. And I don't know, like the new code Eau de Parfum, it's not that bad. It just smells like Profumo. But yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense because they discontinued Profumo, or I can't remember if it was Profumo or Absolute, but they discontinued whichever one, and then they had the Eau de Parfum and they reformulate it to make, I don't know if it now smells like Profumo or the Absolute, but it's like, why didn't you just keep it? Like, I don't know what's up with Armani reformulating all their fragrances and shit. Stronger With You Intensely doesn't smell as good as it used to and it doesn't last as long. Acqua di Gio Profondo doesn't smell as good as it used to and it doesn't last as long. There are so many fucking fragrances Armani just messes up with all the reformulations and all the freaking flankers, and then they discontinue one of the flankers, and then they make another one of the flankers. They reformulate it to make it smell like the discontinued one. And it's like, what's the point even? There's no point in this. Liquid Braun needs at least 2 months maceration. Yeah, I let that one sit for 2 months, and even after that, I didn't really like it. No worries, haha. Yeah, I got 160. Oh, there you go, Tikitaki. Armani was pissing off the consumers. It's just like, it doesn't make sense, right? Because, if people really like Profumo, then they shouldn't have discontinued Profumo. But now what happens to all the people who liked Code Eau de Parfum? In 3 years, are they going to discontinue Code Parfum and make it smell like the original batches of the Eau de Parfum? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's like you're discontinuing the ones that everyone loves, and then you're replacing it. You're like, oh, well, not as many people love this one, but then you're going to have the cult following for the old Eau de Parfum wanting it back, and you're going to have to freaking make something to, replace it. I don't know. It really doesn't make a lot of sense, because it wasn't even reformulated because, like, there was something in it that was bad. They just didn't want, they just chose to reformulate it. Same with the Stronger With You Intensely. Like, it's not because there was a note or in a quart or anything in there that had to be reformulated. They just want to be cheap. I guarantee every single time they are reformulating the fragrances, it is so they can make it cheaper. They're like, oh, it's gonna smell better. But like they're just making the fragrances cheaper. They're making it so they can make it cheaper and so they can sell them for it's also they can make more money. Anyways, why I sell myself Eau de Parfum with this fragrance, right? You get bergamot, Calabrian bergamot, Tunisian mandarin blossom, and brofix and patchouli. Really, really good fragrance here. Smells like a clean laundry vibe. City Rhythm Redline 2654. With this fragrance, you get sea salt, you get lime, you get coconut, you get a lot of citrus, you get some vanilla, you get rum. You also get this blue Jolly Rancher sort of vibe. Redline 2654 easily lasts over 12 plus hours on my skin as it's an X-ray de Parfum. Projects very nicely and grabs a lot of compliments. Armani Code. Why I sell myself Eau de Parfum? It's only an EDP, but it still lasts all day on me and grabs good attention. Quick little rundown. Zuckerberg, I saw you left a comment on my video saying that there was no sound. Are you wearing headphones per chance? Because I've noticed it's weird for people with headphones, but if you just play it off your actual phone, I haven't had anyone complain about it. I don't know why it's doing it. But like I got a new mic and it's just kind of been weird. Only for headphones though. I truly don't know why. Armand already read that. That's what I hate about a lot of the designer brands. That's why I buy as soon as they release a new one. Fair. Some companies end up doing this due to material vendor shifts. So no, I mean I wouldn't even say that, right? Because there are 3 brands. Like there are 3 companies that big fragrance companies get their things from. And once they are locked in with one of those companies, 99.99999% of them are never going to change companies, right? And those 3 companies are still owned by the same people. So it's the exact same fucking material. It's just different grades and shit. They're not doing it because, oh, our supplier for this has changed. They're just doing it to save money and make more money. We still prefer Altair. Gotcha. Armani is where they get creators to promote the new reformulated trash stuff. Exactly. And they discontinue. Yeah, and they never discontinue it. All about money. That's why they don't sell Middle Eastern. Also, why don't they sell Middle Eastern exclusives? I don't know, dude. It's so weird. Choosing myself. You haven't bought the other one. Not its biggest fan, though. You need to try Redline 2654. It's so good. Been through 6 bottles of Aventus, and 3 of them were different formulations of them. Lily of the Valley fragrance note. That was... well, yeah, like that one, you can't use real tonka bean anymore because tonka bean is like carcinogen or something I don't know, it's like bad for you, it causes cancer or something like that. You can't use real deer musk because it's inhumane. I don't know. There's a lot of notes that get changed. Yeah, audio flips to the left or right. And is it only on headphones tiki-taki, or is it because on the phone it's perfectly, like if you're just playing it off your phone, it should be perfectly fine. I don't know. I truly don't know why it does like switch only on headphones. Okay, I mean, I don't know. I feel like an asshole because I don't want to tell people just don't use headphones. Because, like, obviously that would fix it. And I don't know. I'll try to figure it out. I don't know if this is, like, an issue people have had. I'll look into it. But worst thing, you might not be able to use headphones to watch my video. Try turning on mono audio or just unplug it. Well, here, I'll show you. This is the headphone I have. It's a Saramonic mic set. Or not headphone, mic set. This is, Saramonic mic set. You have like your adapter that goes in your phone. You have the actual mics. I don't know. It works well and like it picks up the audio well and stuff. I'm going to try to mess with it. And I just got it on Christmas too. So I truly haven't had it for like long enough to actually, test it out and stuff. Why I sell myself 53% to 43%. All right, here we have... That was surprising. I was not thinking it was going to be Redline. Here we have Rasasi Hawass Ice going up against Ultramall. Hawass Ice and Ultramall. Perfect. All right, Rasasi Hawass Ice you have a clone. This is a clone of Invictus, pretty much. Right, sugary sweet like Invictus, but you get a plum note in here, you get an apple note, you get a minty note. Nice, kind of fresh, clean, year-round, sugary sweet sort of fragrance. You cannot go wrong with it. And then we have Jean Paul Gaultier's Ultramall, lavender, vanilla, some wood, some green notes. Super, super good fragrances right here. More of a cool weather mass appealing fragrance, year-round mass appealing fragrance. But they're both great fragrances respectively. If you guys have not, please make sure to like up the live and drop a sub. We are not crazy close to 5K, but we are going to eventually get close to and hit 5K. And when I do hit 5K, I'll be giving away not this bottle, but a brand new bottle of Lattafa Kamarikawa. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that's what I'll give away. Unless it's like summer or something by then I'll give something good for the summer away. But make sure to drop a sub if you guys have not. Well, where are my manners? Happy New Year's. Oh, VCDB, thank you. Happy New Year's to you. Best winter frag so far. Love Zaro. My favorite's Stronger With You EDT. Two of them actually didn't perform at all. Dang, dude, that sucks. I'm sorry about that. Yesterday bought Creed Silver Mountain Water, worth every cent. Good job, good job. I have a clone of Silver Mountain Water. I think it smells pretty good, actually. Feel like you'd be better off just with your phone mic, in my opinion, because it's not as compressed. Well, and I don't know. It also has like, well, I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna figure out whatever's wrong with it because it's $130 mic set. Like, it's not like it's a random little cheap mic set, and a lot of people say that they're really good. But there's a bunch of like different audio modes I can switch from, and there's like noise canceling, and I'm pretty sure there is like mono audio or whatever that one person had said. So I'll try to mess around with it, but it really is like it's a good mic set. It's not, the cheap Amazon $10 ones I used to use. Sweet One kills you in summer. Sweet One kills you in summer. Ice All the Way, interestingly, I prefer Line over Ultramall. I've never tried Line. I need to try that one. Prefer sweet fragrances over fresher ones. I like fresh more than sweet. But I don't know, Tiki Taki, because here's the thing too. If I just use my mic audio, then I'll have people. Okay, if I use the mic, I'll have people on headphones complaining about the audio switching. If I don't have a mic, then I'll have random people being like, "Oh my god, you don't have a mic! Oh my god, dude, the audio's so bad. You need a mic." Like, that is the one thing I do kind of dislike about YouTube. There's no way to like truly win, Here we have Hawas Ice winning 67% to 23%. $20 Apple headphone mic sounds better, no hate. Tiki Taki, I don't think it does. I think it's because, I don't know, I also probably jammed a bunch of random fucking buttons on that shit too. Armand, let it macerate, it's fire. Does Hawas and Hawas Ice smell the same? I mean, they smell pretty similar. I'm not going to say that they're like absolutely one-to-one to each other, but Hawas Ice is just a little bit fresher and it has a minty vibe. Kind of more of a grapey vibe as well. Here we have 2 million elixir. Here we have million elixir. Why can't I type 1 million elixir? 1 million elixir going up against Versace's Dylan Blue. Not a good matchup, but we got to do with what we got to do. Or we got to do with what we have. I don't know what the frick I was just saying. God, let me put it here. God damn, dude. Perfect. Pocket Bonds, 1 million elixir. Rose, apple, Devana, fur of some kind. Vanilla Absolute, super, super nice. Fragrance here, a sweet vanilla, super, super edible, slightly gourmand. I know it might not make a lot of sense. I say super, super edible, slightly gourmand. It has this like honey sweetness to it, like this honey apple sweetness. And I was surprised. So I got this fragrance from Brian's Fragrances. If you guys know who he is, he's a great guy. If not, go check him out. But he really hyped up this fragrance for a while, really loved it. And I ended up getting his bottle. And then here we have Versace's Dylan Blue. With this fragrance, right, you get grapefruit, you get ambroxan, you get some amber, you get some watery notes. Super good fragrance. Which one should you buy? If you're talking between these two, I would say for year-round use, Dylan Blue. For winter use, 1 million elixir. If you're just saying in general though, one you should buy is Suspiro Vibrato if you have enough money. It's like $180 USD, but it's so good. It's why 90% of the time prefer Middle Eastern dupes because they last and much cheaper. Yeah, and like here's the thing: even if you know what you're cloning, I'm cloning Creed Aventus. Creed Aventus, the new batches last 5 hours on skin, whatever. My clone will smell a little bit different, but it'll last 7 hours. Even that is like an improvement, which is what I do feel like clone brands should really improve on. I feel like they should look at a lot of these designer fragrances people like, but they're like, oh, I love this smell, but it doesn't project. Oh, I love this smell, but it doesn't last. And make them last. Because if clone brands could just make a market for like an improvement on designer fragrances, right? Like, how many people do you know who are like, oh my god, I love the smell of YSL myself, but it doesn't last on my skin, right? A dupe brand could come in, make an extrait, right? Something that smells like YSL myself, make it smell like myself. So yeah, it's a dupe, but make it way longer lasting. That's what I think more dupe brands should be doing. No, I'm talking about Huas and Huas Ice. Yeah, I know. Wait. Armand, if you are, got you. Hawas or Hawas Ice? I would say get Hawas Ice because you could get a better batch of Hawas Ice. You could still get a good batch of Hawas, but it's harder to get a good batch in, now 2026 than getting a good batch of Hawas Ice. My bad. I was thinking you were asking about the two I had on the screen, but you obviously realized that. Here we have YSL myself, Eau de Parfum going up against Rasasi Hawas Ice. Bro, I'm trying to spell Hawas, not Jaws. Against Rasasi Hawas Ice. Got two Rayhans. What do you have? Let's see. We have Rasasi Hawas Ice with this fragrance, right? You get a plum note, you get an apple note, kind of comes across as like a grapey sort of combo. Maybe a little bit of woods, but a lot of sugary notes in here, some slight floral, some fruity notes, really good fragrance. And then here we have Yves Saint Laurent's myself, Eau de Parfum, Bergamot, Calabrian Bergamot, Tunisian Mandarin Blossom, or Orange Blossom, one of the two. I don't know. They're like the exact fucking same note. Mandarin and Orange Blossom. I've smelled the notes. They smell the exact same thing, dude. Anyway, sorry. That always grinds my gears because I can never remember which one it is, but they're practically the freaking same note there. And then obviously, you get some Imbrofix and Patchouli in the dry down, kind of a clean laundry sort of vibe, more of like a clean out of the shower sort of vibe. YEDP is fire. It's great. Gotta go, great live. Yayoma, have a great night. 6 months, still projects now, sprayed 12 hours ago. Damn. Crimson and Terra got Crimson. Gotcha. Dylan Blue all the way. I love sweet fragrances, but I think 1 million elixir is too sweet. Interesting. Definitely seem like the kind of guy that would buy a Ryan Trahan endorsed fragrance. Bro, Tiki Taki, Tiki Taki, if I ever see you out in public, I'm gonna Macho Man Randy Savage super slam you all over the ground, dude. All over the pavement, okay? Do not let me catch you out in public, Tiki Taki. Tiki Taki, if you step foot in Montana, you will turn into a campfire story. So I'll leave it at that. We're gonna end it here. Yves Saint Laurent's myself won 60% to 40%. Last matchup right here. We have Paco Rabanne's 1 million elixir going up against YSL myself. With YSL myself, you get, as I said, Bergamot, Calabrian Bergamot, Tunisian Mandarin Blossom, Imbrofix, and Patchouli. This is a clean out of the shower, clean laundry sort of vibe. I think it more smells like clean laundry instead of like a clean out of the shower vibe. It's not really soapy. It's more of like a clean linen. And then Paco Rabanne's 1 million elixir, right? You get some rose, you get some vanilla, you get some apple. Super nice, sweet, sensual, kind of seductive fragrance. Super good. Myself is good, but boring good, if I'd be honest. And I mean, yeah, YSL myself, it is going to be more of kind of a basic fragrance, but compared to like Dior Sauvage, Dylan Blue, Blue Day Chanel, Chanel Allure, This is like my favorite one. As just like a year-round designer goes, it's my favorite. I'm gonna become an urban legend. You are. Bro, you think you got an amazing batch of Hawas Ice? Easily lasts 10 hours and super fresh. Yeah, like my batch, I get easily 10 hours of performance. It's so good. What batch have you got? Do I have my ice right here? The batch I have is. What does it say? I don't think it says. I got Rasasi Hawas Ice sometime last year. I got Hawas the original for Christmas. I want to say the first year I was doing YouTube. I asked that for my girlfriend, and she got it for me. And great fragrance. And then I saw Hawas Ice was on sale, and I want to say I picked up Hawas Ice for like $26. No, I think it was like $40 or something, but it popped down to like $30. It was like pretty hyped up. But yeah, so this is the last fragrance battle right here. We started with 16 fragrances and we ended with 2. Well, we're going to end with 1. We're going to see which one out of all the 16 fragrances I put, which one you guys truly think is better. I'll let you guys vote on this for a minute. Somebody just asked a question. What's a good niche fragrance that gets compliments? I'll grab out a couple if you give me 1 second. New Myself Absolute is fire. I have a sample right here of Myself L'Absolu. Got it from YSL themselves, actually. Yeah, I mean, it's good. I personally don't like it as much as I like the Eau de Parfum. I'm still going... Oh my fucking... I hate when one sample falls and then it's like the domino effect. But like, I think it's good. I don't think it's as good as the Eau de Parfum of YSL Myself, but I really do think it is a good fragrance for sure. You get a lot of ginger. You get more of like a ginger vibe. It's more of like a candy vibe instead of just a, kind of fresh, clean, kind of sweet, but just mainly fresh, clean vibe. You get this like fresh, clean, kind of spicy ginger candy. Like, it kind of smells like one of those, like ginger chew candies, if you guys know what I'm talking about. But, yeah, I don't know. It has this kind of, like, gingery candy aspect. I don't know. I'm just repeating what I'm saying, obviously. Just has, like, a ginger candy vibe. So, niche fragrances, that'll grab compliments. We're going to grab these out. Okay. So I would say all of my niche fragrances grab compliments, so we'll kind of just run over all of them. Some of these, I don't know. 2 of these I'm going to pull out. You guys are going to be like, those are not niche fragrances. What are you doing? I don't care. Technically, they're niche, so they're niche. Here we had YSL Myself, Eau de Parfum, 56%. Yep, 56% to 44%. So YSL Myself is the winner here. Solstice asks, Battlefield or Call of Duty? Call of Duty all the way. I love Battlefield. I haven't played the new one, but I do like the Battlefield franchise, but Call of Duty's better. I played it more. Hi, Micah. Best gym fragrance. What's going on? Best gym fragrance, Cahiers d'Alforsan, Lattafa Fakar Black. Easy. Son of the day, Scandal Absolute seems good. Bro, left fragrance. Talk around early summer, come back to 20 whole. Yeah, dude. They released so many. Like, more towards the beginning of the summer, or like, it was still towards like the middle, towards, end of summer, they released Hawas Tropical. I picked it up. Good fragrance there. But I was not expecting them to drop like 3 more summer fragrances in like the fall season, If you like it, must try a new Wiley Parfum. So I had an old batch of Wiley Parfum. I love it way more than the new batches. So if we ever do a live, you're going to be Josh the whole time. You better not. Only like YEDP and the Elixir, but women's love Libre. Bro, YSL Black Opium, there's this like, it's a black opium and it has coffee and cherry in it. It smells so damn good. Would you ever consider running for POTUS or President of the United States? Well, I'm already the President of the United States. You guys just don't know it. Yeah, so there's your answer. All of the niche fragrances. So someone was asking, compliment getting niche fragrances. We're going to run over all of my niche fragrances because I think you can grab great compliments with them. And I'll tell you my thoughts on them. Tell you how I'll tell you how much they are. But I don't just have one that like gets me more compliments. These all grab me a lot of good compliments. Let's start it off with the oddball. Some people wouldn't say these are niche. I say they're niche because, by definition, a niche fragrance is just a brand. It's made by a brand that only makes fragrances. Game of Spade only makes fragrances. So, Game of Spade Full House and Game of Spade's Wild Card are two niche fragrances that grab me a lot of compliments. Full House smells like Louis Vuitton Imagination. Wild Card smells like Bond Number 9 Lafayette Street. Both of these fragrances are parfum. They both retail for like over $200. Wild Card is like $60 on discounters. Full House is like $80 on discounters. Full House is the best imagination cologne I've ever smelled. It really captures that tea vibe amazingly. And then Wild Card, I've never smelled Lafayette Street, but this is like a flowery, woodsy sort of fragrance. I had a clone of Lafayette Street before that, and I didn't enjoy it, so that really saved the DNA for me. Bro, you need a good imagination clone. Dude, I'm telling you, get Full House. If you like a tea vibe and you think you'll like it, get Full House because it's so good. It has more of a powdery tea vibe. In my country, those two are 25 euros. In your country, those two are 25 euros? Are you that doesn't seem right because Game of Spades is made in America, so I would assume it would be more in another country than it would be here. That's just my thought process. I don't know. Because I know, like, yeah, the Game of Spades, they're everywhere, but they're made in the U.S., if I'm not mistaken. They're made in, like, New York or something. Full House, like, 65. It's been a while. When I got it, it was, like, $80, so I normally just say about around $80. But, yeah, it's going down in price a little bit. I know, though, for a hot minute, it was, like, $60 for Wild Card, and, like, you could not find Full House under like 80. What about Aqua Dubai? Aqua Dubai, more of a soapy clean vibe. It doesn't really capture that tea. Another good compliment getting niche fragrance. This is from Christopher Lee Fragrances, and this is Wings of Amber. Super, super good fragrance here. I don't believe that this is a clone of anything, but with this fragrance, right, you get blood orange and candied lemon in the opening. So a beautiful citrusy, lemony, citrus opening. A beautiful citrusy, sweet, candy-like opening. I don't know what I was just trying to say. You get this beautiful rum, panna cotta, and orange blossom notes in the middle that really come out. Nice kind of slight boozy vibe with a beautiful shampooy orange blossom with a caramel and vanilla dry down, right? I wouldn't even say that this is a gourmand fragrance. It's more of just kind of like a clean year-round shampooy sort of scent, but it smells super clean. And this is 50% fragrance oil. This bad boy is strong and oily as all frick. Have I tried Aventus? No. What's the best? Bleu de Chanel? Parfum or Eau de Parfum. Either of them are pretty good. Basically, Middle Eastern brands are supposed to be... Yeah, so technically, Middle Eastern brands are considered niche. Lattafa, if all they make is fragrances, they're niche. Even if I started a brand and all I made was fragrances, I would be a niche brand. I don't think a lot of people realize that. A lot of people think, oh, well, no, niche. I hate when people, like, think they know about fragrances and they, like, start commenting shit. They're like, well, actually, niche fragrances are just focused on the artistic ability. No, a niche fragrance, it's a definition. It's just that brand only makes fragrances. So many people, they're like, Jean Paul Gaultier is niche because they'll make a lot of new creations. I can't tell you how many slideshows I've seen where people are like, favorite niche fragrances, and it's like a Sauvage. They're like, because it's artistic. Some people are done. Anyways, good dupes are stronger with you intensely. Rayhan Titan, I think, is a clone, but I could be mistaken. Bleu de Chanel EDP is the best. I think it's good. I don't love it, though. Why do you hate Chanel? I don't hate Chanel. I just think that there's better fragrances than Bleu de Chanel. Or I have tried I've tried Millesum Imperial. I was a Asad Elixir. It's good. I really enjoy it. And I get like at least 10 plus hours. Like, it's pretty strong. Do a TLTG impression. Okay. I will say this is a beautiful fragrance from TLTG Reviews. I will say that. But he's like, yeah, these freaking sheep, dude. Get out of my comments. I don't know. I don't like. I watch him a little bit. He commented on my video the other day, which was pretty nice. I'm coming around to him a little bit more. I can see where he is coming from with some people. Now, I think in some cases, like your case, Solsasad, in some other people's cases, like he kind of just flips out on them for no reason. But the more and more I kind of do watch into it, I kind of see that like some of the times when he does have those reactions, like it is justified. It's people being like crazy dumb. Like he was hyping up the new Nautica fragrances, and he's like, check them out on Amazon. They're $25, and so many people were like, "Oh, on Jumbo Shop they're $80. I'm not buying this," And he's like, "Hey, dummy, I never said Jumbo Shop." So I don't know. I don't hate him as much as I used to. But I still don't really watch him like that much. He kept saying the word niche. I'm niche. Yeah, a lot of niche fragrances, very mass appealing. It's not them being artistic. Exactly. Got two niche fragrances, Jet Black Intense, Citizen Jack from Michael Malone. There you go, dude. TLTG reviews. It's unjustified more than justified. Yeah, and I mean, like, I won't lie. I've seen my fair share of him kind of being rude to people. It's like sometimes when I'd be in his live, he would literally, I'd wait there for like 20 minutes. He would get to my comment, it'd pop up on the screen, and he just goes to the next comment. And he would skip mine. Like, he had literally done that on multiple occasions. Like, the first time, I'm like, oh, he must have misclicked or something. So I do it again. Going on another one of his streams, comment, gets to my comment, pops up on the screen, just goes off. And I think the comment was like the comments I posed like, hey man, I'm a big fan of your channel. Any advice for me? That was it, Like, it wasn't even like, oh, you suck, dude. Fuck off. Creed, sampled Aventus and Viking clone. Performance on Aventus isn't bad. 8 hours. Viking meh. Smell profile suits me. Gotcha. Assistant Jack too feminine for your liking. Interesting. Have you layered 3? No, I've only layered 2. I thought Noel. Are you saying Noel Denzel or Noel Thomas? What's the best clone of Chanel? Forget my English. Oh no, you're good. You're good. I actually have a decent amount of people from Brazil that are on my channel. I have this awesome guy named Eric who comes onto my channel a decent amount, and he is from Brazil. Best Chanel fragrance, in my opinion, would be Chanel Allure Homme Edition Blanche. Any female fragrance YouTubers you watch? No, I try not to really watch a lot of female fragrance YouTubers. Just because I feel like in the end, female fragrance YouTubers will just hype up whatever because they know, oh, if I'm an attractive girl and I'm going to, hype up this fragrance, men are going to want to buy it. So I don't really trust like any of them, if that makes a lot of sense. I would just much rather watch like a dude's opinion on a cologne. Yeah, I think a girl's opinion is, worth it, but the only opinion I really care about, like girl's opinion I care about, is my girlfriend's opinion, What about Platinum Egoiste? I didn't really enjoy it. But it's not really outdated. So, ending it up, let's talk about my Manceras here. We have my Manceras, my City Rhythms. We have City Rhythm, Martha's Vineyard. Where'd all the glitter go? What? There's all the glitter. God, I was like, where'd all the glitter go? It's all sitting down at the bottom. But we have City Rhythm, Martha's Vineyard. We have City Rhythm Redline 2654. These fragrances are great. With Martha's Vineyard, right, you get black coconut, you get plum, you get some orange zest, if I'm not mistaken, right? You get this kind of more like tobacco, vanilla sort of dry down. This is an X-ray, and it kind of just smells like a more masculine Sol de Janeiro 40 or 48, whatever that like kind of plum vanilla one is. But it smells really, really good. City Rhythm Redline 2654, you get a lot of citrus, you get some vanilla, you get some boozy notes, and it kind of smells like a Blue Jolly Rancher. Great fragrance there. Search Chandon up, bro. I'm co-owner of that. Well, I can't search anything up right now because I'm on my phone. You can tell me about Chandon though. Yeah, you tell me about it though. How many clones do you have? Like 50 or something like that? I really don't know. The Jacked one, yeah, Curly Fragrance does that very often. Oda Erica, exactly. Thoughts on Trump? I try not to really speak on politics, Yeah, I think I have 50 colognes. Last time I counted, like somewhere around 50. But I don't know, because I think when I counted it was before Christmas, and I got like 10 colognes or something. So I think I'm at like, we'll say around 50. I truly don't know. I truly don't know. Here we have Mancera's Instant Crush. This is a clone of Baccarat Rouge, right? With this fragrance, you get a lot of florals, some fruity notes, some amber, some vanilla. This is a nice, loud, long-lasting fragrance, right? You walk into a place and people are going to be able to smell you. Next, we have Sospiro Vibrato. You get a lot of grapefruit. You get ginger. Really, really good fragrance here, right? A juicy grapefruit note. A nice, slightly spicy ginger to kind of balance things out. Eau de Parfum concentration, but it lasts crazy long on my skin, projects nicely, and I'm gonna need a freaking bottle. I wish that they would sell it in like a 200, ml or something like that, because that's 100 ml, and I know I'm gonna run out of it. And this is kind of like one of my prized possessions within FragCon, because this fragrance is now discontinued and it's over like $400. This is a Sun-Kissed Island. Now it's like $200, and then it went from like $140 to $155. Then after okay, I'm dumb. I can't talk correctly. At first it was $140, right? They said that they were out, and then they're like, "Hey, we have enough bottles and juice and stuff to make more." They were gonna make like decant them out into a bunch of samples, but they were like, "Hey, we can actually just sell some of these bottles." They're like, "Hey, right, we have some of these. We have enough to make more." So they made more. They upped the price $15, and then they sold out again. They don't have any more. It's discontinued. So this is like $400 now. And I won't lie, like, I'm not the biggest fan of TLTG's reviews himself. Like, I don't hate him, but he's not really someone I like watch all the time. I try to look at this more as just, it's a standalone fragrance. Like, yeah, it has something to do with TLTG's, but the fragrance itself is really good. It's really, really good. You get some seaweed, you get a jungle essence note, you get some tequila, you get some coconut milk, some skin musk, some amber. It's a good fragrance here. Bro, if you ever rated my collection, it would get 11. Solstice, I'm pretty sure I have rated your collection before. I have 44 bottles and 17 samples. Damn, lose count when you go past 20 exactly. Have only 17? Hey, 17 is still good, though. Zaharoff Tiki Taki, don't even. Niche SpongeBob relevant. Have it. Smells like Aqua de Gio Profundo. Bro, you have the SpongeBob perfume. You can just send that one over to me, Roberto. Pillow Green. So, I have like a random, I don't even think you can see it, but like up there where all those boxes are, I have like a random old bottle of it that's out. I don't like it. It's not good. Fragrance community, darling that you hated. I mean, as I said, I try to separate, brand from, and I mean, in the end, it's just like a collaboration with TLTG's. It's not even like it's his brand. I'm sure if it was his brand, it'd be a little bit different, but it's a Zaharoff. Rouse Club EDP is fire, like fresh as the most. Rouse Club EDP is great. All right, y'all, that was all my niche fragrances, and that was a round of fragrance battles. If you guys have not, please make sure to drop a sub, drop a like. An hour and a half live. You guys are welcome. I doubt I'll be live later today, but it's been a while since I did a live, so I figured, let's do a longer live. I've never smelled Kuros, unfortunately. Y'all, I really appreciate you all, though. Again, drop a like, drop a sub if you guys have not already. Thank you all for watching. Greenlee is good. I really enjoy it. Y'all have a good night. Peace, everyone.